Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a mini little review for the first couple of episodes of Agatha All Along. I am insanely excited. So, this show came out, and for the longest time, I've been defending this on their Instagram because I don't know if you guys follow Marvel on Instagram. All of their comments are just immediately filled with a bunch of hate and a bunch of, oh my god, nobody wants this, nobody asked for this show, and they came out, and the first two episodes are incredible. So, all of you guys who have been hating for forever, respectfully leave, okay? There's a door, outsies, okay? Alrighty, but in all seriousness, though, to get into an actual review of the show, I am incredibly excited that these first two episodes were as good as they were. I think that the first one was absolutely fantastic, and I think that the second episode perfectly started, like, bringing us into a new direction that's going to be spooky, it's going to be whimsical, it's going to be fun, and I love everything they're doing with the witchcraft side of the MCU. So right now, first things first I want to talk about bringing back the magic that was WandaVision. Anybody who was there watching WandaVision as it came out, episode by episode, knows that this show was an incredibly cool movement. Like, this was a really big deal for Marvel. A lot of people didn't really know how their shows were going to work, if we were going to like their shows. And it kind of, for the first time since Endgame, was a big cultural moment, right? People watched the first episode of WandaVision and we're all like, what is happening? This is really weird. This is really eerie. It kind of felt like Truman Show in a little bit. And this episode one, they perfectly decided to recapture that magic and have it starting off in like a fun little like spoof episode of a TV show where it feels like a parody of a show as opposed to the actual show, and it's like a little true crime detective, and Agatha is going around trying to solve this mystery, and it's so interesting, it's so captivating. Catherine Hahn is able to play a different role than we've seen her in the past with Agatha, and I like the fact that we're getting these different layers and different nuances to these characters, and that's something that I particularly like about the fact that all of the supporting cast is the exact same supporting cast from WandaVision. Leading up to the show, I think it was Brad Winderbaum, the guy who's in charge of Marvel Television, who's kind of gone on to say Agatha All Along is kind of like the second movie in like a little trilogy that they're doing with the Wanda show, then it's going to be this, and that's going to be the Vision show. And I absolutely love the fact that this show is picking up pretty much right where we left off. Agatha is still in this spell. It's been 3 years or whatever. She's been going insane or whatever. She lost her powers. And I love the fact that they're able to pull her out of that trance, and they take an entire episode to do it. That's something that I'm always stressed out about. A lot of times Marvel, they'll do cliffhangers, and then they'll just start the next movie or the next project, and the cliffhanger is solved. And I'm so tired of that. Disney Plus specifically has this problem all the time. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're ever binge watching a Disney Plus show, it kind of sucks because like they'll end the episode on like this massive cliffhanger, and then the next episode they've already solved the problem. Whereas here, we spend the entire first episode with her kind of in this illusion. We're kind of learning a little bit more about her as she's starting to break character and she's starting to realize that something is up. Aubrey Plaza's character comes in. She's like completely brooding like the, what's it called? The illusion, because she steps in and immediately Agatha's like, I have a history with you, and I know that I have a history with you, and it feels deeper than just us being detectives who have issues with each other. And then on top of that, we get to see the first ever interactions with her and Joe Locke's character, and oh my god, I thought I was not going to be a huge fan of Joe Locke. In some of the trailers, his speaking has like kind of really thrown me off. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of his American accent, but it's grown on me a lot. He literally feels like a completely different character from anything I've ever seen him in, and I'm sold on this. I really like this teen character. He feels like somebody I would be friends with in real life, which I love. I appreciate that. And I think that overall, that's something that Marvel is absolutely nailing here, is Marvel's always been kind of a character first, story later kind of like franchise. And anybody who disagrees with me, Guardians of the Galaxy, not very popular characters, but what they decided to do was focus fully on these characters being bombastiously themselves. They are 100% just being themselves, and for better or for worse, Star-Lord is just a regular dude. He's absolutely disgusting. When we first meet him, he's doing petty crimes and he's sleeping with random aliens. Like, he's not a great guy by any means. And I like the fact that they really let Chris Pratt completely like dive into that role and create a character for Star-Lord that is not necessarily somebody you would expect to see in a hero light. And they're doing something similar here with Agatha, where they kind of just gave Catherine Hahn this character who in the comics is just like an old lady who doesn't get a whole lot of development, and they're being like, create the character you want Agatha to be. You're going to be bitter, you're going to be upset, you're going to be somebody who's very frustrated, you know more than everybody around you, so you're constantly annoyed that everybody around you is a bunch of like not as smart people, and she's just so sassy. She has this great energy to her. I love everything that they're doing with her character. I think that Kathryn Hahn is an incredible actress, and deciding to give her this spinoff is just genius. Like, it's just smart. And so far, it is absolutely nailing everything that I've wanted from the Halloween side of things. I really wanted some spooky elements to it. You're literally getting some horror moments already with what are they called? The Salem 7? When you first see them and they're like appearing at the end of the street, and then they're slowly moving up, and then they start like, and the speed and the way that that's directed is just so, oh, I love it. And then the singing. I know some people are going to be upset that this is a musical. However, the second they casted Patti LuPone, everybody who was anybody knew exactly what was going on right there. There's no way they're going to cast Patti LuPone and not have them do a song or a musical number. And yeah, them all having to link arms and sing their songs to open the Witch's Road was beautiful. And I love that. And I think that that's fantastic. And it's not like, oh my God, this is a cringy thing. They have to do this for like, you know, attention, or they're trying to like be woke or anything like that. This is something that's been going on since like Macbeth. Since like way before, like, you know, William Shakespeare and stuff like that. If they ever wanted to add something supernatural to their play or their musical, they would get some witches and they would have them do spells. And spells were always like, they had to be in rhythm, they had to rhyme, and they were always super not musically, they were super theatrical. And this, super theatrical. I'm loving everything about it. I think the direction so far is fantastic. I think that all of the acting performances so far are fantastic, and they've done a really good job of just drawing us in. And now we're going to be on the Witch's Road, and they're going to be doing some cool things to play homage to like 70s horror movies and 80s horror movies, and I cannot wait. But yeah, so far they've absolutely laid perfect groundwork with these first couple of episodes. I'm insanely excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for coming by, checking it out. I love and appreciate you guys so much for watching. And if you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bow. Bow. Bow.